How's it going, everyone? My name is Vitaly. I am the founder of ITA, and I'm here today to show you how to use Canva to drastically reduce the amount of time that it takes you to produce any sort of graphic assets, marketing materials, any designs that you want to make. You can use Canva to make them, and what's really cool about it is that it's completely free. And today I'm going to show you how to use it, how to use the templates that you may have gotten from ITA, and show you the value and how powerful it could be for you. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to go over here. I'm going to make my video a little smaller here. And so the first thing we're going to do, so this right here, you go to canva.com and you're going to sign up for a free account. Okay, now after you sign in, you're going to see something like this. Okay, now it gives you a lot of options to be able to design any sort of graphics that you would like. So what you can do, for instance, if you wanted to do a Facebook post, you can actually type in, I want to do a Facebook post, and it pre-generates for you a number of templates that you can use, all kinds of different types of templates. Now, let's say, for instance, that you want to do a flyer for your business. You can type in flyer, and it gives you a bunch of options, right? Now, the cool thing about Canva is that it's template driven, meaning that once you select one of the templates that it provides, or one of the templates that you get from ITA, you can modify anything you want in that template, including the colors, the fonts, the graphics and images. Anything you want, you can modify. And there's a lot of different templates that you can choose from. Invitations. You can even make ID badges for your staff. You can do lesson plans, worksheets. So lots of options to explore. So I'm going to show you right now how to use a template that ITA may have sent you. Okay. So in this particular case, what we have is the COVID Relaunch Action Kit. This is something that ITA just released, and it provides a checklist. By the way, all of this was created in Canva. Okay, so it's super powerful, very wonderful tool. And in here, you'll have like a checklist, right? And we created these Canva design templates for relaunching after COVID. Okay, so if you have this, right, what you can do is you scroll down and then you find the template that you want to use. So let's see, in this case, we want to do, let's do these sanitation station. Okay, so the sanitation signage, you simply click on use. Okay, and it'll open for you a little window that says template created by Independent Travel Association was shared with you, and you start designing now. So here's a quick preview of what's inside of this template pack. Okay, so if we want to use this template, we're going to go ahead and click on use template. And what it does is it essentially just pushes that template into our Canva account, or into your Canva account. And now I have complete control over how I want this to look, what kind of fonts I'm using, so I can match my branding. I can make it look exactly like the rest of my marketing material. Super, super useful. Okay, so let me show you an example of how to actually do this once you're inside of Canva. Okay, so this is an image, right? But this is text. So if I wanted to change this text, if I wanted to change the language, for instance, if I wanted to change the exactly what it said, so like let's just say I wanted to say instead of here, let's put there, right? So all I did was double click on this text, and I can now change it and modify it any way I want to. Okay. Now, let's say, for instance, that blue is not really on brand for me. For me, it makes more sense to make it orange because that's my branding. All I need to do is essentially select one of these areas. So like I'm going to select this blue area here. And on the top left, I have a color option. Most of the options that you have in the design is going to be right here on the top left. So you see that I notice when I click on sanitize hands here, it gives me my font choices that I can choose. It gives me a size, it gives me color choices, right? But then if I select the background here of blue, let's say I wanted to make it orange. One click, it changes the whole color of the background. It's incredibly powerful, wonderful tool, totally free, really, really great. So, and if I wanted to go back, there's a little undo button right here. So I don't like orange. Let's stick with the blue, right? So this is a really simple way that you can use these templates for your own business. And I'll give you a couple more examples before we wrap this up. So one thing I'm going to show you, let's go back to this action kit here. And I want to use, these are email headers, right? These are workplace signage. Here we have Instagram and Facebook posts. And we have a bunch of marketing badges that we can use as well. So let's say, for instance, that I wanted to make a new Facebook post. So I would click on one of these. And it opens the same template. Gives me a preview of the different kinds that I can choose. And I'm going to click on Use Template. So what it does is it opens up these templates. You see they're essentially in separate pages. Lots of different options. So let's say, for instance, that it's going to be, this is the one that we want. So this is some placeholders, right? So this is a placeholder for something like a logo. So let's say, for instance, that I wanted to put a logo in there. You would go to Uploads. You go to Upload an image, right? And when you click on Upload an image, it gives you an option of what to select to put into Canva. So you can use your own logo. You can use any of your own graphic assets inside of these designs. Okay, so I think I may have already uploaded one. Let's just use, I've got a bunch of them here. Let's use this one. Okay, so you can see how quickly I was able to import one of our logos. Actually, if I just drag it, does that work? No. So what I can do is I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to delete this. Actually, delete page. I'm going to right click and click on delete. And now I'm just going to resize this. See, I just clicked on on the corner icon there and I just redragged. I want this to be right in the middle. You see how it gives you those purple lines there? It shows you essentially where the center is or where the corners and edges are of other elements. Very easy to use. It snaps right into place. Makes it really, really easy, right? And so let's just say that we're open. We are open. I don't really like the way that it says COVID-19 free place. So let's change this to safe and clean. Okay. Now I'm going to change place to tours. So now I essentially have my own logo, and you can see that I'm using yellow, so the blue doesn't really make sense for us, right? So how do we change the blue? There we go. I just needed to move that out of the way a little bit so that I can click on the purple. So instead of purple, I'm going to do orange. I'm going to move that back, just make it look nice again. And then instead of this being purple, I'm going to make it black like that, right? Now here's just some lorem ipsum, essentially it's placeholder text, and now offering private tours for local travelers. Super simple, right? And you see how like in the background there's like an Eiffel Tower. I mean, we're clearly not in Paris. So what I need to do is change that background image. And so let's just say like we do whale watching tours. So if I go to photos, right, it lets me search for any photos that I want that I can put into my design. And most of them are free, but some of them are paid. But if you choose to use one of the paid photos, it's $1 per asset. So like $1 per photo or $1 per element. They're called premium. And if you want to use them, you can use them, but there's plenty of free options that you can choose in here as well. So I'm going to do whale watching. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful photo. So I'm just going to take this. You see this as Pro. I have a Pro account, but for free, there's plenty of free ones that you'd be able to use. It's just giving me all the Pro ones because I'm a subscriber, but there'll be plenty of free ones you can use. And so like if I take this and I actually drag it over, you see how it automatically snaps to the background? Boom. Done. Now, it has this really dark background color, and I may want to lighten it up a little bit. So you see that all I do is I just click on the thing that I want to change. Here on the right-hand corner, I have my transparency options. Let me move myself here further down. I have little transparency options here. So what this is it's just a black box, and it has a little bit of transparency on it. So I'm just going to increase the transparency a bit more. Boom, look at that. Right? And now if I want to use it, all I click on is gotta go to download. Let me move myself even more to the other side here. Sorry guys. And I click on download. And when I click on download, it gives me an option what format I want to download it in, whether I want to keep some transparency, and then which of the pages I want to save. So notice that this template has 8 pages, 8 different templates. Right? So I only want to download this first one. So all I need to do is select, I want page 1. Yeah, and then I click download. It prepares my design for me. Okay? So my design has been published, really, it's just my design has been downloaded. So when I open if I want to open this, I'll just show you an example. Boom. There's my finished graphic asset that I can take and reuse right away. It's super, super easy. Let me show you a little bit more of what Canva can do here so you know what all these options are on the left-hand side. So you have templates. So if you don't like the template here, you can always pick another template that's available to you somewhere else, right? So there's plenty of other templates here. You can upload your own images. There are photos that you can search for. So you can search for anything like tourism. We'll give you lots of options. And you can use these photos in your designs. There are elements. So there's all kinds of different elements. I mean, let's just say, for instance, that I wanted people to know that we were family friendly. Let's just say, yeah, with kids. So I could just take this. See, it's free. I could just take this graphic and I could just drag it anywhere I want. And now all of a sudden I have something. Of course, it's up to you what you want to use, but I'm just showing you the power of Canva, which is really a wonderful tool. I've used a lot of design tools in my life, and this one is by far one of the most user-friendly and powerful ones. Then you can add text. There's all kinds of different text that you can just add. So like if I wanted to do, a gift just for you, real love, wild sale up to 50% off, right? All I got to do is take it and drag it in. And then once it's in, I can resize it. And let's just say I wanted to erase that one and I wanted to put that in there instead. See how easy that is? Now, I can also add music. This is for videos and other more like animated things that you can do with Canva. You can change the backgrounds. There's all kinds of backgrounds and patterns and gradients that you can do. And then you have folders, of course, of stuff that you can organize in your account. And then in more, you have a lot of different integrations and options. You can include charts if you want to do something more technical. You can put a QR code or a Facebook page. There's all kinds of wonderful things that you can explore here. But I think that its primary value is allowing you to quickly and easily churn out designs for anything that you want. Okay, so that's Canva in a nutshell. I hope you enjoy the video, and if there's anything else that you guys have questions about, please leave it in the comments or email us at support@weareita.org. Okay, thanks. Bye.